Hello everyone, how good of you to join and welcome back to Transport Fever 2 once more. 1946 it is, the time is ticking again, the clock is ticking again and advancing, and we are back here with our very profitable passenger trains. So in the last episode, not only did we create longer passenger trains, we also created the goods production at the other end of this map. And that's Kosinski, of course, over here as well. That has the goods now coming in, and with that city is growing. And with that, also more passengers would now please book this train here that goes to Kosinski and Vagabond, and then probably with the airport as well. Look at that! We also get some neon signs now, since we're at the end of the 40s. So many nice details, right? I mean, this does not really look like a bar or a restaurant or anything like that. But okay, let's believe the trick here. There is the goods production overall that is working now, and yeah, we have leveled up this goods factory here already. It would need a bit more plastics and a new customer before we can actually do anything here. The goods to Kosinski, we could actually double, or well, actually let's add two more vehicles to this route here so that we get more goods out. And then there's the plastic one. Unfortunately, yeah, we will need a bit more refined oils, so we might... Perfect. We actually don't have enough trucks here, so let's just double this one right away to get more trucks and more refined oil into the plastics. And with that, let's also increase the amount of trucks on this one here for the plastic to get over then to the goods factory. Perhaps we can increase the input there a bit. Steel is fine, but plastics is not. And then, of course, we need to find a new customer for this. Probably Harper we could do. That would be over here. It's far away, of course, but it is a possibility. By the way, Harper is pretty great at this point. Vagabond, yeah, is also possible. It's not super far away, right? That's something. And how's it looking in Leonard? It's growing. It's at 180 right now with the goods coming in and also some passenger transportation. That is actually boosting by 50%. And yeah, we probably should double the amount of buses on this route. Where's the other one right now? Yeah, some over here, right? So there's going to be 2 country buses then here traversing now between the 2 cities there, boosting their growth. Speaking about growth and money just in general, we do have some unprofitable lines here right now. So the grain is always a bit unprofitable, but I will keep it like this for now because it just provides then food to other cities, and that growth we are profiting from. 600,000 is not that bad in comparison to all the profitable routes that I have. 10 million actually we have achieved now with the Air Mars Breitling Sea as well. Airline there. The other one is actually here my buses. So Breitling Sea Rumford, for example. This one is not profitable anymore because obviously we have a train line now going back and forth here, and there's not that many people on this line anymore, right? So what we can do is, I'm not deleting it right away. I rather just tone it down on the buses, right? Let's just get rid of 3 buses, and 2 of them will just do it now. And if I see that this is also too much, then we probably just reduce it to 1 bus and be also fine. There's a bit of food delivery here that is, yeah, the rate is actually not that great, but they're also not really full. Let's reduce the amount of vehicles by 3. There's just simply no demand then really for that much food. The Colsa Rumford, once again another bus line, very outdated. Look at that. There's no one using these buses unfortunately anymore, now that we have a proper regional train. So let's also go ahead, and in this case here, I'm probably going to just delete the whole thing, right? Because there's no demand anymore for this line at all. So not even a slight demand. So off you go. Yeah, and that's basically where we have some losses here right now. Breitling Sea Rumford, also not really that much used. I would still like to keep it because it's 2 big cities. So let's get rid of 1 bus and just keep 1 bus that actually does the job. And yeah, at some point you also need to ask yourself, a slight loss, is it worth it if we get additional growth in the cities? Totally, right? So having 20,000 or 60,000 or 80,000 negative lines here is totally fine when they actually provide some proper growth through other things, right? And if it's just a bus that delivers some passengers to an airport and then they fly with my planes, then that's totally worth it because the planes just pay 10 times more than a bus passenger, right? So that bus passenger then is paying back his money again by using the plane. Deal fuel, we have the fuel wines here. What I can see is that it's not fully utilized. Brandon fuel, but there's only 2 trucks, so let's just keep it there. Oh, there's a building just being disappeared, but the city is growing, so I think there is something bigger coming. Holy cow, what a downsize. We just lost the villa and got this. Also, our first regional line that we have created is turning profit now finally too. So it's almost full really when it leaves this station here. Over there's 35 waiting, and over here there's 18 waiting. So that's fine. One train is fine, and we don't need to double that one bit right now. Now, all of this brings me to another underdeveloped area that we have right now. That's Bernard Castle, Whitstable, and Hoof. Now, there is one interesting thing about these cities here. They're quite big, right? So we haven't really touched them yet, but Hoof already has 332 people living in it, and that's without any passenger line, without any deliveries of resources and goods. It's just basically growing by itself at a steady pace to 330, and Whitstable is also at 160 and Bernard Castle at 180, so none of them is below 100. They have a very nice base level of residences. That means if I provide enough goods, especially Hoof here could go into a mega city for sure, right? So if we boost it by 300% by delivering enough resources, we can go crazy on this city here and make it another big hub, and that's my goal, right? So just like with Breitling Sea over here, we can do the same thing with Hoof. We're at 1946, so you know, cities are still rather small, and still having already this kind of population is just amazing to me. So we just want to have a look around it, and what I can see is that Whitstable and Hoof both would need construction materials. Hoof already needs food, saltage, and Whitstable also want food. So there is opportunity here. The problem is, now, construction material is fine. Food is not. We have one food processing plant over there. That is far away from any kind of grain farm. There is grain farms here, but there is no food processing close by. So food is already going to be a bit tricky. Not impossible, but tricky at least. And then we have, of course, construction material. Let's actually start with that. And I think what I might do is give Hoof its own construction material plant. We're probably not going to level this up that much, and have this one here also being supplied by the construction material plant that we have right next to it. I think that will be safe, right? So we just want to get that growth rating up a bit, and construction material is important. There is the quarry over there, and then we of course want to go around Hoof. I definitely don't want to make a connection into Hoof itself, and let's just upgrade this road here as well, so my trucks can go with a nice speed all the way up here, right? And we can do the same thing already here as well, so that's just perfect. And this one goes then into Whitstable as well. Let's skip the names, I'm fine with them. What I can see is connecting Whitstable and Hoof with a passenger bus will be quite interesting. There is no road between the two. Absolutely not, right? So they don't even know that they exist each other, it seems, because there's this mountain in between. So we might actually change that as well and boost them further with some proper transportation. First of all, let's go ahead and start with Hoof, because that is going to be a big city there indeed. And let's go ahead and get me a road depot somewhere over here, right? So this will then be supplying the whole neighborhood with appropriate stuff. Then we need a truck station here for the quarry. Oh yes, and we can have it quite far away really from over there, and the drop-off point then as well. Some of you have already been suggesting I should not use the main road for drop-off points. You're totally right, of course, right? So this will lower the amount of traffic that can pass through, so it would be safer to, for example, just have a tiny road going away from it, right? And here we do have then our drop-off point. If we can still reach it, perfect. And the trucks will then just go into this tiny station road and deliver it while not touching the main road at all. And then we need a truck station as well for the delivery of construction material then to Hoof itself. Unfortunately, it is on the other side of Hoof, so first of all, it's taking time, and we would need to go through the whole town of Hoof to get there, and that's not good. It will increase pollution. Now Hoof, by the way, let's actually change it to one of my most trusted supporters, Carrie VOS. Hello there, glad you're still sticking around and you're enjoying this. And VOS it is, our latest city. That is going to be a major city then as well. We have it. The only thing is to reduce pollution, let's get rid of this road there. And let's actually create a new country road that we can take then to get over there, right? So probably somewhere here. That goes away from VOS now, and the trucks should then take it and get over here to an unload stop that is probably then somewhere here to take in the whole area there. Let's just make sure that this is actually the case. Yeah, perfect, they do this. Unfortunately, they go back this way here. So what we can do is actually we can use our own waypoints for roads, and I would like to do this really. for this route, right? So this is just like with the trains, and we can use this to get us a proper transportation network out. So we're going from Hooth North via that waypoint here, then we go to the drop-off point, and then we take this here again. And this actually makes a lot of sense because we can keep the trucks away from VOS itself, and with that lower the noise pollution, right? So this would be then VOS construction, or let's actually call it, we actually call it material up to this point, but we're going around the city of VOS now, so I'd rather focus on the cities rather than the goods. And this is VOS material then. And then we have the VOS stone, right? Because that's the quarry and the construction site that we have there. So this is VOS stone, and there's probably only one, right? For now, at least. And yeah, that's already it for this tiny road. Do we have any new... Nah, unfortunately we don't have any new trucks. So we're just going ahead with... Probably going to need quite a few for the VOS stone one. And then we are just going to go with probably 3 for now for the VOS material. And of course, once again, please only go with full load to the city. Now, I would really like to do the same thing for Whitstable. There you go, all working out now, and Whitstable also gets its material. Next up is now the interesting part, and that is connecting Whitstable and VOS together. And we also have Barnard Castle down there, and I would also like to make a connection here. So let's just go ahead and create us a... Or let's upgrade this road that we already have there working that goes into VOS. And then, yeah, we do need a proper road that probably, yeah, just goes as straight as way as possible through this tunnel system there, through this mountain system. So for that, we're going to use the country road that we already have here. And then we're going in a straight line. So this is a highway, of course, right? That will then only grow in size at some point. And then we're going to have that tunnel. How much is it? 5 million, close to it. That is totally fine, right? The more direct we get, the better, of course. And then we make the connection here with Whitstable again right away. And this should then also boost here our private sector right away, boosting those cities together. There's a nice tunnel now, and it's really not a long tunnel. And trust me, I've seen some very long tunnels in my life already. So in Austria, we have quite a few of them. This is that. With that, we can actually go ahead and create us a nice little hub in VOS for some bus transportation. And I would also like to actually make a several stop or multiple stop bus line here as well. And for that, I could also use one of my new stations. And for that, I would like to use this area here. And we do have a loop stop large bus tram station with up to 4 loops and 2 pullouts. That's actually pretty great for an area where we do want to have several stops coming together, right? And that would be then probably here. Also, let's make sure that we do connect quite a lot of the city itself. Of course, VOS will grow significantly, so that's fine. We can have this stop somewhere here, right? So we can just make this junction bigger there and be done with it. And then we just make the connection over to with a proper street, of course. Here, connected. And the cool thing is, I can have now a train station here as well for VOS that we are going to need, of course. And let's go ahead and just create this one right away as well. That's a passenger. And let's go ahead with the biggest ones again that we have to create a proper station here. And as we can see, we can make a nice big area out of this, right? So that's the train, of course, plus the loop that we have. There it is, right? Elevation plays a bit of a role here, but that's okay. There will be buildings popping up, and then it will just elevate the ground again to it. This looks cute. I like it. So VOS, you're getting a very special place here, really, together with that station. And this station then will, of course, make the connection with Soltesh and Kendall and Breitling Sea all the way up there. We can also continue then over here to Whitstable, and we could also make it to Willis and even a smaller regional one to Stratford and Fairford. So there's going to be lots of trains here going back and forth. That's the important thing. By the way, oh god, I forgot the high-speed tracks. Is that still possible? This will be a lot of manual work then for me. I'm not building that station again. Even though, you know what, let's do it. There you go, easy as pie, and we have the high-speed tracks on it. Perfect. VOS, perfect. This is that. So we have now here, we have here. And yeah, we can actually then create also a local bus for VOS, and also, of course, with that. Let's continue to Bernard Castle. There will be one passenger stop here in the center, because, of course, we want to start growing these cities here ASAP. Yeah, somewhere right here in the center. Then I'm going to make a stop here in Whitstable. That's the direct line then that we have. Perfect for the whole city. To VOS. Then we have Saltash that I want to grow, of course, because Saltash is going to be a station for my trains as well. And we might actually... Oh, we have Coventry up there. Let's also make Coventry. I mean, this is really far away. That might not be very profitable. Stratford-upon-Avon is though a pretty big city at this point without any deliveries yet, right? 180, so that should be fine too, connecting it with VOS. We just need a better road than this, right? Goes all the way here, through that, into that. We could make a direct road here too. Let's do this actually with a nice country road then. So that we have the exit point for VOS. Let's make it a nice curve. That goes then here. And then along the river bank there, right? Just to the other side. And then we go ahead and upgrade the rest. All the way up. So we want to really make high quality connections between the cities. And that goes into VOS. That's also fine. Bernard Castle. Yes, this is all going to be great. And there we have it, right? So there we have the hub now. And that hub we can fully use. Let's also have a VOS bus line right away as well. So this is then somewhere up here. It's starting. Goes through the center. There you go. And then into my loop station here together with the train station. So we're going to do Stratford to VOS, but we're stopping here at Broadway, right? So right over there already, I'm not going through the whole city just to get to the loop station. That would be ridiculous and it would just add more pollution. And since VOS is going to be such a vital city, we are actually going to make it with a VOS. We're going to call it a several now. So VOS Intercity 1, or actually let's make it VOS to Stratford, right? That's the first bus line that we have. Then we're going to make it from the loop station. What is that? Oh, trains block each other. Yeah, I'm just going to have a look at that soon. Then we're going to have VOS to Castle bus. Then we're going to make it with the loop again, right? Then we're going to say, but choose another platform then, please. VOS to Whitstable, and we could continue to Coventry. I'm not doing that yet. Bus and anything else? Yeah, Saltash we have, right? So this is also then using the loop station, and this is going to Saltash. VOS Saltash bus. And then we're also going to use the inner bus line, so that's from Broadway to Highfield Road to my loop to exchange. And this is then just VOS bus 1. Perfect. And I think with that, we will grow these cities just nice already. I'm just going to use probably one bus for each line for now, because it's of course the twin coach here, right? But we will pretty sure grow all of this then together. And we just need to go now to VOS Stratford, and then we have VOS Whitstable, and then we go with VOS Saltash and VOS, the VOS bus line itself. There it is. Did I miss anyone now? We'll just see. Here, the trains block each other from time to time when they're on the same line. The reason for that is we have the final station here. So the trains have to return again, right? So they have to move back again the same tracks they came from. And this is blocking them if they're getting too close to each other. What we can do here is there's an additional option for writing C. And I can say not only use platform 3, but also please use platform 4. So if there is one area full with it, we can actually go with the other platform there as well, so they don't block each other, right? So it's just connecting this now. One problem is that we have here though, we're getting in, we probably will need to make another exchange here, because the game needs to realize that a bit earlier. So I need to make a connection here, and with that we should actually solve the problem, and that does the trick. So this is working again. And thus we can have 2 trains again. Do we actually need 2 trains on this? I don't think so. Where's the train anyway? There it is. it's full. We could also just, yeah, make it larger. Longer, that is, right? So with 4 cars. Let's just keep it like that for now, because I think there's not that much demand between Rumford and Breitling Sea and Brandon there at the moment. Yeah, and then watching the loop is also just nice. We have now all the lines filled, so Castle was the last one that I actually missed. And there's already quite a few people moving now into all of these different lines. And of course, this hub is then getting bigger once we have also then some trains rolling in. And let's have a look at VOS itself. The growth is now going. So 400 people we get already. 70% it is. Construction materials are being delivered now too. Hopefully enough. Where's my stone delivery for this again? There it is. Yeah, that's enough for now. Alright. We might actually grow this one once we deliver enough construction materials. And yeah, the city is growing quickly as expected. And that's only with those couple of things already achieved. We probably will reach 500 people for the city already. Wheat stable, on the other hand, should also grow. 200 it is. 90% growth it is now as well. Construction materials are coming in. And also enough stone. So this one we can actually grow into something bigger because there's more multiple quarries than close by. And for now we can use the bus. Later on it will be a train. Now I said multiple bus stops I would like to have, and that's the Soltesh VOS line that we're going to expand now, because I would also like to connect Kendall with that. Kendall is actually a town that also has a decent size without any deliveries so far. And go ahead and upgrade this here right away. Connect them. And the cool thing is, right, if we boost those cities properly, we will then also have a nice profitable train line between Breitling Sea and VOS. And that would be my goal here. Kendall can also be, by the way, use a bus line going towards Breitling Sea then, right? So we do have a road here that we just need to connect in this area. And then move onwards to actually not have this very strange layout here. Let's actually make it the connection all the way here and get rid of this one. We don't need that at all. There is no delivery here. Oops, that was a train. There you go. And then also this one here upgraded into Kendall as well. So there is going to be actually 2 bus lines that I would like to do here right away. And that is Breitling Sea bus in the center somewhere, please. Yeah, let's use this one. And then we go towards Kendall with that. People can change then. So this is Breitling Sea Kendall bus. And then we have, of course, the VOS line that we have to Soltash. And this one we're just going to extend now. So new road. Are you using new road here? Yes. And then we add Kendall as a new stop. After... No, wait a second. VOS exchange. Soltash. Kendall. And then Soltash again. On its way back to VOS. Right, so this is that new route here now. And that's a longer one. And we might actually go with 2 buses on this. Just to boost the population there as well. And here people can change them between VOS and Breitling Sea really on this station here. Back to my goods production here. Problem with that is right now we cannot grow further because we do need another customer for that goods factory. And this is Vagabond. First of all, Vagabond, it's far away. I know this, right? But the cool thing about Vagabond is it requires lots of goods, and it is a city that we can grow also towards 1,000 if we provide more goods to it. And I would like to do this. So let's go ahead. Yeah, the whole thing here is really a proper, efficient road connection between Vagabond and my delivery services. It's really far. This goods production, this goods line will not be profitable. It just serves the purpose of growing Vagabond further. Having a cargo delivery could be working as well. Let's go with truck. Let's go with trucks on this one. Let's upgrade those roads here just real quick. That's the most important thing. And then we have the truck line going all the way here. There we have the double track. Here we can make the connection up. I just need to make a connection here at all. Alright, so this goes then over here. Probably... Oh, there is a tunnel here already. Let's go here actually. I don't want to have too many crossings. And then we can upgrade this one here further. And that's the tunnel then. It goes towards Deal. Now Deal unfortunately does not require goods, right? So that's not going to work out. And here we go Deal, and then we continue onwards to Vagabond on this highway that we have. By the way, we're still using that old outdated highway system here with dirt roads. Let's just relieve them of this pain and also give them some proper paved roads altogether. Into Vagabond. And where in Vagabond exactly do we need... No, it's on the other side again. I don't believe it. This is horrible. This is just also adding then more pollution again to the city. For now, I don't really have a solution, right? I will not build a road around it, really. We could do this, though. Instead of going via Deal, we could also go via this road here. Probably creating some tunnels here, but that's fine. Let's actually do this. I don't care about the initial cost. I care about an efficient route that we can use. There's already this road here. Let's use it. That goes away from it, like it knew I was going for it. 3 million, no props. Let's do this. And then we have this road going all the way up here, making a nice connection here, going then towards Vagabond. There it is. We already have a nice lineup. This is something I like, right? Because there we also don't need to go through the whole city there anymore. Rather just down here, and connecting this one should be already fine then. There you go. I like that much more. And of course, this is then my goods delivery now between the two cities. We probably will need a waypoint for this. Yeah, let's do a waypoint. I want to force it to use this route here. So there it is. Waypoints we have then in both directions. Even though, as we can see, I don't need waypoints. The game automatically recognizes that this is the fastest route. So these waypoints we don't even need to use. And that's going to be the goods to Vagabond, right? And with that, we can just create this route and deliver goods now to Vagabond. I will need a new platform here, of course. And let's also make the existing platforms a bit longer, as we now have a new line here. And this is using then the platform, first of all, full load, of course. And then we're using platform 3, the newest one that we have. Perfect. It will probably lead to the Vagabond line here being used the most because it's the biggest customer. So I'm going to go ahead with 6 vehicles right away. And yeah, there it is. With that, it's leveling up straight away. And we, of course, need to deliver then more resources here, especially more plastic. And this is actually still piling up. Great stuff. So we have room to grow. And yeah, we just need a bit more refined oil and also a bit more barrels of oil to make this whole thing work. There is 142 waiting here. I'm very pleased to report. That means we have lots of capacity here to grow by just doubling the amount of vehicles that we have on this road. And yeah, that will be already fine. Do we have another? Yeah, up there is another well. Perfect. So this is all working out. More plastic, more steel, more goods ultimately. And with that, bigger cities. Onwards to new adventures in the next episode. Stay tuned.